crafting a gown. I'm using this fabric, so all we need is a pencil. I'm using this pencil first, so whichever one the normal line I'm taking it with it. There are scissors, ruler. Don't mind my ruler, it's short, so I would advise you get a longer one. Now French curls, you might not be needing everything, but I have this. So let's get started. Okay, first and foremost, I ruled out my margin line. That's the starting point. As you can see, my paper is is not straight enough. So the measurement we'll be needing for this gown is the bust measurement, the waist measurement, the hip, the nipple distance. That's the point from one nipple to another. And we're needing our bust point, that's shoulder to your nipple. We're needing the half length, we're needing the gown length, we're needing the back. For starter, I would advise that if you're not familiar with what we call guts measurement, width measurement, and what's it called? We have 3 types of measurements. We have the guts measurement, we have the width measurement, and we have the length. So familiarize yourself with that first. So with that, you know how to take your proper measurements and you know what all this is all about. So I could give a short note for you explaining what everything is all about. So let's get started. My bust is 36.5, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, let me leave it at 36. My waist is 30. My hip is 38. My nipple to nipple is 6. My bust point is 9. But now 10. My bust point is 10. My half length is 15. Actually, is okay. Now my my half length is 18. So 18 minus 2 equals 15. Gown length is 38. My back, that's shoulder to shoulder, is 14. So first of all, we'll be ruling out our guts measurements. Our guts measurements are the measurements we take. That's the circumference measurement, like your round bust, your round waist, your hip, and it is round the circumference measurement you take in the circumference later. Yes, let me rule that out. So first and foremost, you have my bust point to be 10. So and when via measuring your bust point is actually, sorry, I made a mistake. Bust point is actually length measurement. That is measurement you are taking vertically. So it's 10. So we'll be adding 0.5 to it. That makes it 10.5. So I'll check out my 10.5. 10.5. I'll use my ruler again. Okay, I'll just put some room. Sorry, I use this. I'll use it to trace my lines, points. So this is a bust point. Now the half length from that same from the margin line, my half length 18 minus 2. Actually, the reason why we subtract 2 is because most of the time our waist is above. Starts from above our belly button. So the way you take measurement is from your shoulder to your belly button to your navel. So the waist is actually minus 2 over. But for people whose measurements or whose half length is like 20, 22, like for most plus size persons, the what's it called? Their half length is usually like 20, 22. So it's advisable you use 17. There's always a standard measurement for something. So 17. So now my own is 15. So for 0.5, that's 15.5. 15.5. Oh, so all this, but that's my problem. For someone that is tall, if you want to get your hip line for someone that is tall is usually 9. For someone that is short, you can use 8, you can use 8.5. But for me, I'm tall, so I'm using 8.5 actually. Normally at times I used to use 8, but I prefer to use 8.5. 8.5. So there you go. Again, so this is why it's advisable to get a long ruler. So now the next thing we are going to do is to block my gown length. My gown length is 38. I mean, I can make it 37 because I don't want it to be too long. I just want it to be on my knee. I want it to be on my knee. So I'm using 37 instead of 38. 37. So for normal gown, what's it called? Gown block, to block your gown normally. Okay, this, let me measure it out first. 37. 37. I don't know if you can see, but I don't know if my camera can pick it like that. 37. So there you go. It's actually very simple. Very simple. Follow all to do. So this is your gown length. This is your hip line. This is your half length. First and foremost, there's something we call chest line. Chest line. To get your chest line is always your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Some use 2 depending on how free they want their armhole to be, because the chest line is actually just right on top of your bust. So, but I'll be using 1.5. I'll be using 1.5. I mean, mine is 36 divided by 6. That is 6 plus 1.5. That's 7.5 plus 2 is 8. So, but I'll be using 7.5. I'll be adding 1.5. So that's 0.5. Don't forget that as we are measuring our length measurement, we are adding 0.5, and I'll explain why we are adding 0.5 to you later. Just stay tuned. So that will be 7.5 plus 0.5. That's 8. So we still go back to the 8. So that's it. We do that. There you go. Okay. Please manage the ruler. During relocation process, I had to fill out some of mine. So, okay, now we are done with the length measurements. Meanwhile, mind you, for normal gown block, you must add your allowance. I usually had 2 inches allowance. 2 inches allowance. I used 37, right? So I'll add 2 inches allowance, which gives me 39. So you just write it as same allowance. Because it's same allowance. So that's the allowance. So actually, I won't be using the 2 inches for my own gown. I'm using just 1 inch. 1 inch is fine by me. So for same allowance, 1 inch is fine by me. I'll do these 2 inches, but for the sake of this tutorial, so 1 inch is fine by me, but that's 2 inches. So I haven't done that. The next thing we do is our width measurement. The first thing for our width measurement is my back. My back is 14. So from this edge, 14. This will be our middle panel. The middle panel means our center back. So we'll be taking the measurement up from left to the right. So from here, my back is 14. So 14 divided by 2, because obviously our back is how do I put it? We are measuring from center back. So and the clothes will be on fold of 4. So that's 7 inches. 14 divided by 2 is 7 inches plus 0.5. That 0.5 that I added is for attaching or sewing. That's what I call sewing allowance. That's the sewing allowance between the bodies, the clothes, and the sleeve. So there we go. There we go. So this is chest line. Don't forget. Okay, so now just taking for your armhole, just taking this thing. That's it. So actually, if this is the front or the back, because there's a way we draft out the armhole of the clothes. If it is front, you usually measure from here to here. That's it. The middle point, that is this. So you come out by 0.5 on your tape rule, 0.5. Then from that 0.5 to this point, is that it should be, as you can see, from here. Then there you go. I hope I got this wrong. Just blend it into the. So this is for your back. This for your front. Actually, I'm supposed to draft it separately so that you can know. For your, sorry for this, for your normal back is from this point, sorry. So this point. Okay. So with this, don't mind this line. Don't mind this line. So this is for your back armhole. This is for your front armhole. So basically, you're supposed to chart your back and your front separately. So now it's our neckline. This is our neckline, and the neckline I'll be using is 3 inches. 3 inches. I don't want the neckline to be too high. I mean, I don't want it to come down. Oh, I want it to be high a bit. 3 inches by. I'm using the same neckline for front and back. By 2. 2 is fine by me. And probably maybe when I cut it and I notice it's not okay. But normally, normal standard for gown or blouse is 3 inches by 5 inches for front. I can already send you a note for that. And for back is 3 inches by 3 inches for back. So that's that, by the way. So we have about 2 inches for you. We have 2 inches. So there you go. Oh, I just need you actually don't need to do all of this. I just need to do this. Depending on the type of neck you want. Of course, you can decide to use another one there. You can decide to use this. You can say this is what you want from here. Whichever one. Depend on the picture. Depend on the picture. So that's that, by the way. The next thing we're going to be doing is to block the bodies of the clothes. We are done with this. Okay, not yet done. First and foremost, our shoulder is slant, so we'll be taking in 0.5. So normally we have here to here, joint out, but we have to add the shoulder allowance to it. That's 0.5 or true. So now this is why we are adding 0.5 to all this thing, because from this 0.5 to here, can you see, when we take it in, when we sew it, it will still go back to 10. So the 0.5 is for this one I'm adding is for the shoulder allowance. So normally when we take all of this measurement, my bust point was 10. So when we take in the shoulder, actually some people used to forget to add the shoulder allowance. So at least you know that you fall back to something here. So this 10.5, when you take in your shoulder, it will still go back to 10. This one too will still go back to normal by then stuff. So there you go. Turn it down. Then this point from here to here. So that's that. Now for my bust divided by 4, because we'll be folding the clothes into 4. I forgot. For those that want to use zip, because the gown I'm making is not going to have zip. It's a free gown, not really free gown, but you have a button at the back. So normally you're supposed to leave a space here. You're supposed to leave a space here 2 inches straight down for seam allowance. And for zip allowance. Zip allowance is for zip at the back. One will say lap allowance for zip at the front, or button at the front. Lap allowance, zip allowance. I can also send you notes for that as well. So I forgot to leave the space here because this middle panel. Now we continue. Where do I stop? Our bust. Our bust 36 divided by 4 is 9. I usually add 2 inches allowance to all my seam allowance, like to block my body. So 9. So that is 9. 2. Yeah, from here 11. 11. Now my waist is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5 rather. So 7.5 plus 2 inches, that is 9.5. But for our waist, for a normal blouse or gown, for a normal gown, we used to add 1 inches for our for that allowance. So our person just add that with that here. So 9.5 plus 1. But actually I'm not doing that for these clothes. So I will have 9.5. then your hip, my hip is 38, 38 divided by 4 is 9.5 plus 2, that's 11.5. So normally for a straight gown, just take it down like that, 11.5. But if it's pencil gown, you have to look for your flanks. So let's do with this. Let's go with this for now. 11.5. If for your flams or pencil gown, now from your hip length you come down again by 9 inches for 8.5 I used. So 8.5. So this tutorial is very detailed in the sense that you can also use it to block even your blouse, even your straight gown and your pencil gown. So it's just like 3 in 1. 3 in 1. So this is flams. So if it's for pencil gown, you're taking, you know, our hip is 11.5, so you're taking that 11.5 minus 1 because pencil gown is always set at the edge and downward, so that will be 10.5 there. That will be there, straight down. Well, I will take straight down. But this is straight gown. So for our what's it called? For darts, yes, for darts. My nipple distance is 6 from the middle point. You take your 6 divided by 2 is 3 inches. 3 inches. 3 inches. No, 3 inches to the waist. 3 inches. Let's roll it out. This is it. Now you come down from the bust point by 1 inches. Here. Then on your half length, you take 0.5, and for this one also 0.5. Then connect it to this point. 0.5. And here also. So now, at the end you are doing what you call gown for blouse. So the blouse when you take like your what do you call it? Your blouse length. Or okay, to your hip then. Just from your hip line. From your hip line, just take 2 inches above your hip line or 3 inches, depending on. Let's say 3 inches is fine. 3 inches is okay. So 3 inches is okay. Not saying straight line, connect it. Okay. So now to this 3 inches above the hip line, so we connect it. So there you go. There you go. So now this is like that. So we are done with the tutorial. So let me just highlight all the areas we are going to cut out. I want this place to be the front sides. Anyway, I don't need this, so I'll put in 1 inches. Don't forget, I don't want any opening at the back or only at the side. So this is the middle panel, and I don't want any opening since this piece is folded. So do it this way. Like this. This is the middle panel. Like this. At times, if you don't want your clothes to waste, you can always, but I want to use these tiny ones as rope, so it's fine. That's right.